What are we doing to mitigate this AI looming over our head that will take our jobs one day?
Yeah, look, we got to plan for it. We got to, in some cases, we have to embrace it because if we stay on the sideline, then somebody else is going to do it.
Mhm.
And an example of that we're running in a couple of places in the country, we have some, and it's not AI, but it's embracing technology. So I'll go down this path a little bit with you. 3D printing, and we have in a couple of our training centers have purchased 3D concrete printers that can print a single family house in 72 hours or 48 to 72 hours, which is just using the technology of like what you think of with the 3D printer hooked up to concrete. So we are training our members to log into that system, use, the computer system who's going to plan out, the actual concrete, the frame of the house. And then you have people who actually have to feed the machine the concrete, who actually are finishing a little bit of the concrete. So if we don't do that and if we fight it, at some point somebody else comes in and takes it over. So I think we have to be cognizant and aware. We have training funds. We spend hundreds of millions or tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars a year on training that we sit down, jointly with labor management that are trying to get ahead of technologies. Think of the way that we, pour concrete today versus the way we did 20 years ago, the way we finish concrete versus 20. All of the building techniques have changed and evolved. And, I still think there's always going to be the need for the use of physical labor, smart laborers who are at the beginning of a job, at the middle of the job, at the end of the job, who are working in concert, hand in hand with our contractor partners, identifying problems, using, their experience, their minds, their skills, their hands, to make a project better. We have to see what that brings, but we're certainly, you know, doing what we can on a training front to stay on top of it to see if there are technologies that are going to have the potential of replacing our members. And if they are, how do we get ahead of that and stay on that technology so that we're on the front end of the technology, not bitching and complaining, how did somebody else steal our
Mhm.
job?